Hello everyone, and welcome to another session with Koala Planning. My name is Michelle and I'm a cash-based budgeter. I've been doing this since January of 2022, and this is my journey to get to 22,000 by the end of 2022. Now, I have never saved before this. I never knew about the system. Oh, well, I lie. I did know about the Dave Ramsey system. It's just I never applied it in my life. Both my husband and I have been paycheck to paycheck type of, I guess, budgeters. We didn't understand putting money aside for the rainy day. When bills came in, it used to be quite a stressful experience for us. And I must say, it wasn't the example we wanted to leave for our 1-year-old son. Now, it really hit us when I went on maternity leave. I had to go back to work barely 6 months off maternity leave, and with daycare fees and all the other expenses that come along being a family hit us, and we started to realize how selfishly we were living. We just lived for the moment and not for the future, if that kind of makes sense. There's nothing wrong in living the moment, but there should also be a plan about the future, which we only learned really late in life. And that's why I absolutely love, seeing people who are in their early 20s, they've started their careers, and they're also doing the system at the same time. It's great. I wish my husband and I had that kind of, I guess, fortitude to do that, but I guess better late than never. This episode is about me going through what's in my saving challenges and my sinking funds to see how I've ended April. You know what? Any positive will be a positive. So if I still am above my last month's total, I've got it here, how I fared in the month of March. March was a really good month for me, and that was when I was really getting into the system and start understanding it. But then I made some changes to my budget. I made some goals for myself for the month of May, and there were some big ticket items in that. So that will definitely affect this budget, but we'll see how we go. We're going to count it. I've done some homework, so preparation. So I've gone into the accounts, I guess. So I'm already down in one area. So this was one of my online accounts for my 1K challenge, which is my 52 weeks where I just put in a small amount. However, I had to pull that money thinking I'll get a chance to put that monies back in. I never did. But I'm going to honestly tell you what is there in that account, because there's no point in pretending that I've put that money back in when I don't know if I can afford to put that money back in just yet. So this is the true reflection of what is in that account right now. My rollover Tuesday, those who follow me on Instagram or TikTok would know that I do a session called Rollover Tuesday, and that's basically any monies that is left over in my cash envelopes. I never spend any of the $5 notes that I get in my change, and this is just any monies that is left over in the rollover change, and then counting my coins. I have my $2 coins, my $1 coins, and the shrapnel. Sometimes this time around it had some of my recycle, so that's the total that I've put over there. The other total over here is my 100 envelope challenge. So rather than pulling all the money, well, I wasn't going to undo these envelopes over here, because that's, to me, that seems silly to undo these envelopes. Why is those on the top? Is that the new ones that my husband's picked out? Oh, I'll have to see that. So these ones, instead of ripping the envelopes out, what I thought I'd do is I just counted what I've highlighted in my book here as to what envelopes I've completed, and that total is 1,815, which already is higher. So I had 1,114 and now it's that, which is great. Investments, so I literally only invest $10 a week. I found an app thanks to another YouTuber here, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to promote this particular app. I'm not too sure. There was some chatter that anyone who is, I guess, a Fin influencer, but I guess they have to have a lot of following. They're not allowed to, because we're not registered bookkeepers, we're not registered financial advisors, we cannot promote a product, a financial product. So I'm going to have to find out more about that. So I don't know if I can tell you the app that I use for the investment portfolio, but I only invest $10 a day. So there has been an increase. So that was 152 and now it's 191. And then koala saving is for my son. I just put in, so he is 1 year old, so I'm supposed to put $2 a week. So $4 of bi-weekly I put into his account. So that's why it's just sitting at 32. The rest of this is cash. So put my wallet aside. And so we're going to start counting and put it in there. Sorry if I sound really congested or if my breathing comes out a bit heavy. We did have some controlled burns in my area, or I guess not my area, but not far from where I live, and that has set up some of my asthma, I guess, symptoms. I am taking the right precautions and the right treatment, but it's just I do feel that the breathing is a bit labored, but I'm fine. I've double checked, I'm good. But I do know, I guess when you're sitting so close to a camera or a microphone, it can come off as it's a bit labored. So I do apologize if that is so, if that's what you're hearing on the, I'll try and see if I can noise reduce it on my side, but bear with me. All right, so this is my 2K challenge. I'm actually thinking of changing this one out, guys. As much as I enjoy it, I am not liking the idea of saving coins. I guess I'm being a bit of a snob. But I do want to change this envelope out to one of these envelopes, and I can't if there's coins. So I have seen something and I might change it out. So we'll see. So there's $2 there. So we've got 100, 150, 170, 180, 190, 120. So that's 200, and then 202 there. Sorry if this video is going to be a bit long. There's a few envelopes here to calculate. But who doesn't like looking at money? I don't know. This is also one of my favorite type of videos to watch. So I actually have been binge watching some videos today, and especially if it's to do with how did my month end. So I'm actually looking forward to next week as well, because I'm pretty sure a few of the YouTubers in this community will be doing it in the next few days. So I'll be watching. All right, so that's got 150 for Bill's buffer. I had to take out some monies today from Bill's buffer, so that's why. All right, emergency is sitting at 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 190. And the aggressive save, which is my favorite envelope in here. I lied, they're actually all my favorites, but look at these. They're all just hundreds. Love it. All right, so got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 700. Not far to reach my first 1K. Okay, so this one is actually for Mother's Day. I should change it out and put it in the gifts envelope, shouldn't I? That seems like the smart thing to do. I don't know why I left it in there. Actually, it was in the cover of my envelope because I thought I'll create a separate envelope for Mother's Day, and I didn't get around to doing it. All right, so those ones are done. So these are more sinking fund ones. Mr. T surgery, I already had to use some money today. No, not Mr. T surgery, Mr. T fund. So Mr. T surgery is sitting at 100, 150. I'm actually going to do a savings challenge to start funding this one. So watch out for that. All right, I'm going to scooch over here so I'm in frame. Christmas, might do a challenge for that one, and that's 50. Guitar is empty. The hubby, it did have money in it. It had about 150. However, hubby had an emergency with his guitar. It had to get fixed. There's something about the sound, and the repair work costed all of that. So unfortunately, that envelope is gone bare. Self-care. I'm actually using the Caro Cash Autumn Savings Challenge to fund this. And wow, there's not much left to go, is there? All right, so how much is in here? 100, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 40. So that's $240 in there. That sale is meant to be for Black Friday sale. I haven't started that. Boxing Day sale, haven't started that. Easter, that's going to sit empty for a while. I reckon I'm going to concentrate on Christmas before I look at Easter again. Celebrate, that's for my son's birthday. So that's 20, 30, 35. So celebration fund is 35. Mr. T fund, yeah. So this is the one I used $75 from already. So he had a grooming session today, and now I could have done this before I went to the grooming session since it's falling today, but that didn't seem right. I wanted to wait for the 30th night to do this, so that's why it looks a bit bare at the moment. So Mr. T fund is 15. Boys haircut, got 20, 10, 40. Dining and takeout should be nothing. Car maintenance, this is an envelope I need to fix up. I've got 10 and 20. Car tires, I've got 100 and 110. Okay, home, got 50, 60, 70. Nah. I should learn to put this in order, but it seems I never learn. All right, arts and craft is sitting at 10. I also will start using this envelope if I see things on Etsy that I would like to buy, or anything that is related to my budgeting world. That's where I'll pull the money from. Health and pharmacy is sitting at 0. I actually had to pull, it had 10, but I had to use some money from my grocery fund, and this had $10, so I had to pull that. We had quite a bit of medicines to buy between my son being sick and me not feeling all that crash hot as well. Where is this? Body health and pharmacy. It's right here. And why am I worried? It's just 0. All right, beauty. I've got 20. Hairdresser is 10. I might have to work on that next few pays because I really want to go and get my hair done. It's been a while. Activities, I've got 5, 10, 15. I'm so tempted to take these 5s and just put it in my $5 challenge. So we've got activities. Might do that when I eventually can do a cash exchange. Gifts, it should have at $50 I just put in for Mother's Day, and then 20, so 70, 75. Clothes and miscellaneous is empty. Costco should have some money. It has 20. Fit Life, that's 40. Music is sitting at empty as well because, like I said, we needed the funds for my husband's guitar repairs. Bodybuilding should have 70. Swimming is empty. That's for my son's swimming lessons. That's of course a spare envelope. Now, then we have dining was nothing, clothes was nothing. These ones, guys, I have plans to start it when I get my new binders. So let's get calculating. How did we do? Moment of truth. Am I in the positive? Because as you know, compared to, what did I do? I need to start again, guys. So sorry. Compared to last month, a lot of my sinking funds got depleted, but that's the point of sinking funds. You're supposed to use them when that particular need arises, and that's what my husband and I did, and we're not mad at that. Does that look right, guys? Sorry, I want to start again. I am doing this late because, as I said, between myself and my 1-year-old and being sick, maybe I should take a moment of silence and just do it, and then okay, almost there, guys. All right, so total is 4876.95. So we've got a total of $4,876.95. So that means I'm still in the plus. So if I minus my last, I've put away $535 extra than last month. And that is a really good improvement. I should put it here. I should have an extra row here, isn't it? Now I know that is quite a far way away from reaching the 22,000 goal, but I'm not going to beat myself up. The reason is $770 went into car registration, and I paid that for in full for the whole year. I have never been able to do that. In my entire adulting life, owning the car, I've always paid the 3-month or the 6-month installment for my car registration. I have never paid in full. This system allowed me to pay it in full. So that's that money missing from here. The other thing that I managed to do in this month of April, it was a goal of mine for this quarter. So I will let you know by the end of May and June how I'm faring with it. But already by the end of April, I'm already 1 week ahead of my bills. My goal is to try and get to a fortnight, or even better, 1 month ahead of bills by June. It is quite a significant amount for me, but I believe I can do it. It's going to take a little bit of sacrifice, and a few things are going to, I guess not sacrifice, good budgeting. That's what I'm going to say. It's going to take some good budgeting on my part. So some of the things that might get affected is that I might put more money towards sinking funds moving forward and maybe less in savings, so that the sinking funds are funded, but it's also getting me the ability to move ahead in my bills account. So that's not a bad thing. I don't know how to put that in here. Like, do I put how far ahead I am with my bills account? I don't know. I actually don't know if is that considered income? Is that considered savings? So if you guys have any suggestions to how I should track it, or should I track it in here, just let me know. Would love to have some feedback as to how you guys record it. Let's see how I'm faring to as a percentage to my goal. So I'm sitting at 22% of my goal. So that's pretty impressive, I think. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I know it was one of those longer type videos, but it's important to do this so that you keep yourself accountable. You know how you are going, and if you're in a pinch, you know you've got this money you can pull together. That's how I see it, and that's why I'm counting my sinking funds in the same quarterly review, because it's still money that I have here and that I can pull up on from. And that's what happened here. I needed money for bits and pieces. I thought I can put the money back in, but it just never happened, which is fine. I'm thinking of starting that challenge again so that I can start or recolor enough to say, yep, I've got 76, let's start again. That's my thoughts on it. I don't know how others have, you know, if they're one of the challenges they've not done properly, or they have failed to do it, or they've missed weeks. Do they start from the beginning or start where they left off? Love any feedback you may have. But thank you once again for sticking around. Thank you for all the love and support I get on this channel. You know, you guys are amazing. The amount of good wishes I get. I love reading the comments. And I know this system is not for everyone. I know that maybe how I do it is not exactly how it's meant to be done. But this system works for me, and I'm going to keep at it because I believe that consistency is key over here moving ahead with my life and reaching that goal. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a lovely evening or morning wherever you are. Stay blessed, and most of all, be kind to one another. See you, everyone. Bye.